everyone, and welcome back to the Astral Tourist. So I have some good news, a new update for the summer. I will actually not be taking a break for the summer for the podcast. After all, I got working with iMovie on my tablet and figured out a lot more about how to use it. Also, someone pointed out on my other post that I could just maybe do shorter episodes while I'm traveling. So that's what I've decided I'm going to do after all. I did manage to order a microphone, just a little miniature lapel one that's supposed to work with tablets and iPhones. And it's coming the day before I'll be traveling. So what I'm going to do is take down that other notice, but I'm going to copy paste the questions and answers from it here into this episode so that those who haven't heard those Q and A's can still hear them. And that's my big news. So thanks to those who gave me these ideas and helped me work through some of the tech stuff. So no summer break required, just the episodes will be shorter because I'll be on the go. And hopefully the little microphone that I ordered to use with my tablet and phone will actually do enough so that I sound okay. I won't have my good microphone with me, but it'll be something, and I don't have to take the break, and you can all just kind of come along with me. Okay, so here are those Q and A's. Somebody asked, how long do the deceased stay in the astral? Because they thought it was a short period of time, yet I'm still in contact with my late husband. So I don't know. I'm sorry. That's one of those ones I can't tell you about. I can say that in the astral time, the sensation of time is very different. In some places, you don't even feel it at all. In others, I know I've spent a long time in the astral and I've come back to my body and it's just been like 20 minutes, where I had a whole weekend in the astral. So it depends on the dimension, I think, and what that spirit needs to do. I know in my late husband's case, he's been visiting with loads of past life family members because he's always introducing me to new people when he does show up nowadays. So I know he's still doing that. But for other people, I don't know. I wish I could tell you. But that's as much as I know about it. So another person asked me about meeting Saint Germain back when I was living in Mount Shasta. There were all these people talking about how Saint Germain lives in the mountain or on the mountain in the astral somewhere. So I decided to find out for myself if it was true. I began making these intentions back in those days to meet Saint Germain and find out if he really lives, in the astral on the mountain, because I was astral projecting so much. I figured if he's really there, I'm going to find him, and I did. I this one night I phased in front of this gigantic mansion. And he was just out there, like on the porch area part of it, like, I've been waiting for you. And he invited me in. And I remembered we had these flower teas. He was really into flower teas. He had like a suit on. He wasn't glowing or anything. Like you see these pictures of him being like a saint or something and glowing. And he wasn't like that. But he did have a very nice aura. He had a nice suit on. He was talking about the violet flame and flower essences. At the time, he was very much into exploring flower essences mixed with the violet flame. And he would give me these little tastes of the energies he was working on and actual tastes, actual teas. And so I visited that mansion, I don't know, not a lot. I never got there very much, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 times, maybe 8 at the most over the years that I lived in that area. And he just was, very friendly, not standoffish at all, not saint-like at all, just like this guy sharing energy. And that's all I know about Saint Germain. After I moved, I never really got back there. I still do energy work with the violet flame and the flower essences and stuff like that, but I don't really connect with him in the same way. It's just more like connecting with the energies. But I would love to get back there to see him again sometime. And so I guess I should put that on my astral to-do list, because it has been a long time since I actually was able to speak with him. So yeah, that's a fun one. Somebody else asked, how do I buy things at the astral shops? So one of the fun things you can do is to just look in your bag. Look and see if you have anything in your bags or your pockets when you're astral traveling. And that's what you have to work with. It's all energy trade. And it all represents various types of energies. So if you might have cupcakes in there. I know this one time I had a bag full of Skittles that were swirling around. And I believe those were representative of really compact energies. Like, each one is worth like a ton, right? Really good for space travel, maybe. And other times I have coins in there of various types, and crystals, statues. When I look in my own bag, sometimes I see currencies that look like dollars, but they have like these interdimensional pictures on them that are moving, like all Harry Potter style. So at the shops, I just pull out some stuff from my bag and let them pick what they want in exchange for what I want. And that seems to work most of the time. And if it doesn't, they just say, oh, we're not interested in that. Or we'd rather have something like whatever, food or cupcake or whatever. And if I have it, I'll produce it. And if I don't, I don't. I'm just out of luck that time. So that's how I do it. So another question was, let's see, what is your favorite astral projection moment or adventure? And I don't have only one. Oh my gosh, no. I have so many that are wonderful. But one that always comes to mind when I get asked this is one of my earlier ones, like I think it was in my mid-20s. I was in this area, a really beautiful, light-filled area, and there were these ladies in this building offering portals to various heavens, various types of heavens. One was like the Hindu heaven, another was a Christian one, and the other possibility was a Zen heaven. And they had brochures out, and I don't know what I did to deserve a visit, if anything, or if this is just something that they do on a regular basis. I never got back there again. But I chose the Zen heaven. And the lady pointed me to a door that was actually in the form of a door that was just filled with white light. So I went on through. I saw the mountain that had been in the brochure. There was a cute little astral shop, kind of like a pastry shop with coffees. And I don't remember what the pastries were now. I think little cakes and things. And there was also this park area where there were different beings there, singing, but in a language I couldn't understand. So there was just something really special about that place. And one of the main things that helps me remember the whole thing was I met somebody there who was floating around, but he only was floating around as a head. It was only his head. And so I asked him, why are you floating around as only a head? And the answer was really sad, but he didn't seem sad about it. He said he's paraplegic, and in life, everything is controlled with his mind, the equipment and everything. Somehow the signals from the brain work to help him move around in his chair and everything. And so in the astral, it's just easier for him to keep the same mindset and just, think of himself as, in his head. And so that's what he was doing. And I just thought that was so neat. Oh my gosh, I was so inspired by him. And he was really fast too. Back then I was always about racing around, which is one of the reasons I chose that Zen heaven, because I wanted to zoom up and around the mountain and everything. And he was so much faster than I was. And I was wicked fast back then. So what we decided to do to make it a little more even is that I could shrink myself, he said, and become a head too. And I tried, and I never got the head shape. I got down enough to be like a ball of light that was about as big as a head. And then we, went at it again all along the trails in that mountain. And we were closer then. I was able to speed up more that way. And I just remember having the best time with him in that Zen heaven. And I've never been back there. Oh, and I did ask him what he thought it was called, because he didn't use the doors or the ladies to access it. So I asked him, well, what do you call this place? And he said, I just call it the fifth dimension. So it's a Zen heaven somewhere in the fifth dimension. You don't need ladies to make you portals. Only I needed them, I guess. And it was one of my favorite memories. It really is. And let me see, what else can I share? I tried to exchange information with him, like emails, but he said he wouldn't remember. He knew that he wouldn't remember it, but he would try, and I never did hear from him, so I guess he didn't. But yeah, that one ranks really high. It just changed my perspective in so many ways about everything, and just being there it does something to your vibration, like you bring it back when you wake up. So that was incredible. So this next question was, when it comes to being able to astral project, do you believe or know if there is a one-size-fits-all method to do so, or do you know if it's possible for someone to concoct their own unique, brand new method to AP, or are both true? I think both are true to a certain degree. There's certain things that work for a lot of people, and then it's making it your own and gearing it to what you know helps you. Like maybe if you're a more tactile person, a bouncing method would work better. Like with the bouncing rubber balls, I used that. That was a Robert Bruce method. Bouncing rubber balls to like loosen up your astral body. I've used that before with a good deal of success, but I changed it. I didn't just use his method. I think he was talking about a couple of balls or something, or one. I don't remember for sure anymore. And I had like thousands of balls bouncing. So, yeah, definitely make things your own. Make them unique to you, and practice, and you'll pop out. It takes work and time and practice, and you can do it. Thanks so much for tuning in again. You can come along with me on my summer break stuff, and I will post astral projection updates as I have them. They'll just be shorter, and hopefully the sound will be okay with the travel mic. So until next time, happy astral travels.